Hello everyone, welcome to the 9th edition of Samvada. Today we have very interesting speaker and I think hardly anyone who doesn't know him. So he is our Assistant Registrar, Mr. Mithun Nair. I am sure that must be having something very interesting for us. So very soon the secret will be revealed. So I welcome Mr. Mithun Nair. And after talk you can ask question. Don't worry, your salary won't be deducted.
So, thank you, madam. What madam said, I don't have any much interesting thing. Actually, I was thinking what to tell. Many things came into my mind, but I couldn't get a topic to speak about, and in the mail also no topic was mentioned. Then I thought maybe I'll speak about myself only. Maybe some of you may already know, like whoever is in HR section, or some of you may not know. So I thought I'll talk about myself. But at the outset, I'd like to thank the coordinators of Samvaad for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts with you. So I may be telling some things which you may think is a bit different. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Maybe at the time when you have the query, or at the end, whichever is comfortable for you. So I have a piece of paper where I have written down some of the points. So I'll just start with like how many of you have gone to Malpe Beach, Udupi? Yeah, lot many. And how many of you have roamed about in the beach, and like how you have gone there? Maybe by train, or maybe by your own vehicle. So if I say I have gone there by a helicopter and I have landed on the Malpe beach. I have not landed, the pilot have landed, obviously. But I have landed on Malpe beach. I think there is a resort on the left-hand side, a big resort. On the right-hand side, there is a cement base. Obviously, helicopter can't land on sand. So it was landed there. I don't know, some of you have gone overseas or gone to some country. I went to Maldives in 2010. Everyone goes, there is nothing, no peculiar thing. But if I say I had gone without a passport, without a NOC, without a visa, can you believe that? And I was in government service only, but I didn't have a passport, I didn't have a visa. I have not taken a permission to go there, but I have gone there. Yeah. No, I am not boasting, I'm just telling something. I'll come to the end, which I feel, but I thought just to make it interesting, you will find it good. Now again, one last thing. So I am going to airport in Port Blair. It's in Port Blair. I go there, I maybe get out of the car. I just go, I don't enter the airport, I'm outside. Someone comes and gives me my boarding pass. This is your boarding pass. This is the way you have to go. Outside the airport, not inside the airport. Maybe, I think you may not believe it, but it was then. Boarding pass came to me. I went directly for security check. So all these things I just wanted to tell, because all these things, I was in uniform. I was in Navy. So I went to Maldives by ship, and there's no requirement of passport, visa, or any approval. Like the government is sending you, so it's already understood that you have all the approvals. Again, Malpe Beach, again, the ship can't enter the beach because of the depth. shallow waters. So the ship is somewhere in Malpe beach. Hello is launched from the ship and it lands on the beach. So again I am in uniform and we get out. By the time we get, I think it is near to there are a lot of tourists. Everyone comes running. We are in uniform. And the best part, we get out, cross the road, auto. We take an auto and go to the place wherever we wanted to. Again, Port Blair. I'm going on duty from Port Blair to Chennai, I think. But I was going by Air India only. So again, there was someone to help us in the process. So all this I wanted to tell you just to make you feel that what are the privileges that you get when you are in uniform. There are some of the things which I wanted to share with you, but there are many privileges you get, whatever in terms of your housing, your personal welfare, growth, family, and many things which you may be aware of. But life is not what it looks like. So all these privileges are there, but behind that there are a lot of struggle, lot of hard work, and lot of struggle. So I'll continue to the second part. Like I was born in Mithun Nair. It's a small district in Rajasthan. So my father was in the army. I was born there and I studied there for, not maybe studied, I was there for first 2-3 years. And thereafter we shifted to Barakpur, which is a small cantonment area in West Bengal. From there we shifted to Meerut, which is near Delhi, maybe 100 or 200 odd kilometers. From there I went to Kerala. I studied there. And from there I went to Jammu. From Jammu I came back to my hometown, Kollam. So this is the duration where I studied, or where I studied in almost 7 different schools. I was never settled. You go to one school, next school, transfer comes, you have to join another school. One set of friends, then the next set of friends. So 7 different schools I studied in, from 1st to 12th standard in various states. Like my various INT proofs, Aadhaar card, till recently, maybe 2 months back, it was of Bombay. My license was of Karwar, Karnataka. In fact, I didn't have any address proof for my permanent residence, that is Kollam. I belong to Kollam in Kerala. Till recently, I think maybe 6 months back, I took a voter card. I didn't have a voter card. Maybe it's not good to say, we should all have it. But I didn't have a voter card till since 6 months back, where I got my first permanent address, proof of permanent residentship. So this was the time, like when I grew up through different school, but it helped me also, like different cultures, different set of people. You get to see a lot of different things. In this way, we grow up. So I have an elder brother and an elder sister, and my father was in the army. I never wanted to join any defense forces. 2 reasons. One, my father was very strict. So I used to get scolded for everything because I was the youngest one. Every time there will be fights or anything, what happens normally. And invariably, I used to get saved. Like the beatings or thrashings were only to the elder ones, and I was always saved from it. So that's what I didn't want to join the armed forces anytime. First thing was strictness. Second thing, whenever you wanted money, my father would say, there is no money, salaries are low. I think 3rd or 4th pay commission, money is not there. So I always thought I'll do something else where I had both of this, like a comfortable life and maybe some better salaries. So this continued. And as going behind, like since I studied in different schools, so what happened, I think in LKG or UKG, my handwriting was poor. I couldn't write anything. So I was made to study LKG or UKG twice. So I studied 2 times LKG, UKG. I came to Kerala in, I think, 3rd standard. I joined some private school. Malayalam was a compulsory subject. I couldn't speak to friends in Malayalam. I don't remember, but I used maybe signs or something with them. And after a period of time, exams were conducted. I failed in everything, whatever Malayalam exams. Anyone from Kerala? Many are there. So I remembered one letter. I think it is Ma letter. No? So it is a cone ice cream. If you put a cream on it, it becomes Ma. So that's how I remembered the letters. And I flunked in all exams. There were poems and I couldn't learn anything. I shifted from this private school to KV in 5th standard. So I was very happy because there is no Malayalam. Then one more subject came, Sanskrit. And Sanskrit, I could only think of Ramam, Ramo, Ramaha. Again, I flunked many of the tests which were conducted. So what happened, my father wanted anyone to continue his legacy. So he asked my brother, elder brother who is almost 6-7 years old, you start joining NCC and then you can go there. He told, I don't want to do anything, please leave me. My elder sister, she also was not interested. So came my turn, I reached 8th standard. So my father told, you join NCC. So okay, I told, okay, I didn't have any option, I joined NCC and there were parades and there was many things. And whatever, anyone from NCC? Yes. So that time, I think 2 parotas and 1 egg you will get as refreshment. And but I continued the training. Major turn point was a camp. Like there are several types of camps which come up. There was annual training camp. I think 12 or 15 days. You have to go to some place. So at that time I was in, I think, Jammu. And the camp was in Nagrota, which is around maybe 50-60 kilometers from Jammu. So it was a camp for improving the parade, firing and other exercise. And it was for 15 days. So normally college students maybe who are studying for degree or 11th or 12th normally come for the camp. There is also junior division. So I also went for it, but there were few children from that age category. So we went there. I realized the harsh realities where you had to stay in tents and where there was no maybe cemented ground, or you have to put your own sheet which NCC had issued and stay there. So first day it was okay. Second day morning when I got up, so I wanted to go for nature's call. So I asked someone, where is the toilet? So he told, there, you can go there. So I went there. So it was like a line like this, and some tarpal or something, some temporary structure has been created, not sheets and all, some cloth is there. I think this sack, it is done. And when I went inside, there is no privacy between anyone. I couldn't go there. I went back, did whatever drill and whatever. Second day, third day. Third day, I couldn't do anything. Like I was down because I have not. I went down. Then the instructors asked what happened. So I couldn't tell them. So I told stomach ache and so on. They told you have to go to doctor. So I went to doctor. So doctor asked me what happened. So I told him the real, whatever is the case. Then he told this, you will get this one. There are only 2 things. I can send you back, or you can change, you can adapt to this situation. I told I can't continue. So he told, okay, I'm sending you back. You're not medically fit, sending you back. So I came back. and I think I got a lot of hearings from my father. But more than that, your sister and brother are the motivating people with you. They always demotivate you or make fun of you that you came back after 2-3 days and this one. So that happened to me. So that was the first maybe interaction or first experience I had on ground. So camp continued, and I got shifted to Kerala. And 10th standard, I scored very less marks, I think 70 or 71 percentage. Again, so my father told, now you are on your own. I'm not going to tell you anything. You study for yourself. But you have to become either doctor or engineer, only 2 options. So I was very weak in maths at that point of time. So I told, maths I can't take, but I'll take biology. No, he told, you have to take maths because engineering is coming up. Engineering has many seats. Doctor, it was very limited seats. I told, okay. So when we went to school, they saw my marks. I won't tell my marks. 10th standard marks. You told, you are not eligible for maths stream. You are eligible only for biology. So I was happy inside, but my father told, no, he wants to study maths. He can study on his own. He can take it as an additional subject. So the principal agreed, and so I got into biology stream with additional subject as maths. So additional subject means the school will not teach you. You have to learn on your own. And 12th standard board exam you have to write. So I went there and I joined some tuition classes and started studying maths. But within 1 month I realized I can't go by it, and I had a good set of friends. So every day, maybe I think 5:30 or 6, we used to go from home for tuition, but we would go to some beach or some shopping complex, whatever was there. And 2 years went by. 12th board exam came. I could only write the question paper in the answer sheet. Nothing else. Result came, and as I believed, everything got flung there. But it was an additional subject, so it doesn't affect your, you are eligible. Even though you have flung, there is nothing, this one. So after 12th standard, again, my father told, there is nothing, nothing is left now. Engineering, you can't appear. Medical, I didn't clear. So now there is only army where you can join. You join for BA. First you told BSc. I didn't have any interest in BSc. I didn't want to continue. So he told, okay, you join for BA English. I told, yes, okay, I'll join for BA English. As long as I don't have to study science or maths, I'm fine. So we went to the college. The principal asked me, why you are taking BA English or BA English only? I told, because my father has told. But he asked, what is your interest? So I told, my interest is not to study science and maths, rest is fine. He suggested, BA, there is no future in BA. We have commerce, BCom, you join for that. And it is a very good course, 2003 I think. Many opportunities will come, and this is the future, not engineering and not. So my father also agreed, and this one. So BCom at that point of time, Kerala University was a nightmare for everyone. The passing percentage was some 26 or 27% that time. And all my relatives or friends who were there, they told, you don't have a background, you don't know accounts, you will get flunked, and it is very difficult to pass at least the accountancy exam. I'll do, okay, but I have already joined, so I'll join. So thereafter I joined for BCom, and after completing the course, I joined for MBA in one of the good colleges in Kerala. And MBA, I got a government seat. I studied in between. So in between, I attended the interview and I got selected for Navy. So in between, I had to leave. I completed 2 semesters, and thereafter I left the course. The principal at the college was very like he was unhappy for two reasons. One, the seat was going, like the seat was already filled. They couldn't replace the seat. Secondly, he told defense and all, it is very difficult, and this is a future course, MBA. You can earn very much. So he told the same thing. So all these things, what I was telling, maybe I flunked somewhere or I didn't score good marks, but everything helped me in something or another. Like LKG after UKG, I don't feel now, but maybe that time my handwriting improved very much. I had a very good handwriting during maybe the early primary classes. I grasped Malayalam maybe after 1 year, but now I can read, write limited extent, but at least I can read Malayalam. Sanskrit I picked up. NCC camp. So after I joined college, again there was a NCC unit there. Again I joined NCC and I had a past whatever history, like what will be the washroom and bathroom and everything. But I joined NCC, degree first year, and I was sent for a camp. It is in Belgaum, Maratha Light Infantry. It is one of the elite units of army. Belgaum, the temperature is very less. I think morning 4:30 we had to wake up. And whatever the past experience I got, I overcame it. And wherever was the toilet, I started using it. There were many difficulties in the camp. Like first thing was by 4:30 you had to wake up. After waking up, they will take you for a run, and there are many obstacles, course which you have to pass. So we went. There was some 10 feet wall to jump. So all of us are seeing each other. How can we cross this? It cannot be done. Like we can't jump a 10 feet wall by itself. But something from the back hit us. So what we saw, the instructors, they were carrying some wooden stick, and they hit everyone from backside. And to my surprise, I was jumping, and everyone was jumping the wall. And so that camp, it gave a lot of like confidence, not by the hitting only. Then we realized how teamwork works. Like for one person, it is difficult. At least if he is not exceptional, but if 2-3 people join together, we can easily cross the 10 or whatever 12 feet wall. Again, BCom, I studied in the fear of again failing. I studied very hard, and I completed the course, and I passed with distinction. And that is the only course where I have got more than 75% marks. So, and thereafter MBA, and then I joined Indian Navy in August 2007. Again, it was like something has hit us. We reached there, Payyanur railway station. It is in new Naval Academy. It was shifted from Goa to Edimala in Kannur. So we went there. We were picked up from the railway station, and we went to the academy. The first thing was to keep your luggage, open your baggage, and see what all is there. So most of them that time, not most of them, some of them had mobile phone and all. Everything was confiscated and kept there under lock and key, but was not given to the employee. Thereafter, everyone was sent for a haircut. So everyone was almost made bald, and everyone looks same. By the time you have a haircut, everyone looks same. And thereafter, the training started. So just to give a brief insight of the training, 5:45 you have to be assembled for starting the PT. Like you have to run whatever exercises and everything. So people are normally when you come, you are slow. Like you will take time. maybe 15-20 minutes to go to washroom, get ready, and everything. Now problem is that 5:45 I can go to washroom, get ready by 5:30. By 5:45 I'll be there. So many of us thought the same, but when we went at 5:30, your seniors will be there. So the rule is there, if your seniors are there in washroom, you cannot enter. You have to wait. And we waited. It got crossed 6 o'clock. We reached there, got punishment. So then we realized that we have to plan our timings. And timings was like you have to get up maybe 3:34, do your routine, come back again, sleep, then get up again by 5:30 and get ready and go. So first is this PT part where running, exercises, push-up, everything is done for at least 1.5 hours. They make sure that you are hungry or you don't have any energy left. You come back, take a bath, and then you go to the dining room for breakfast. Now breakfast you can't go alone. You have to go in a set of 4, and you cannot walk. You have to jog. So once we come out, there are different houses or different divisions. So you wait there. Someone comes along, you go. So you jog till the dining hall, maybe 200-300 meters. In between, someone will be there. He'll be looking at you, like how you are wearing your uniform or how are you. Someone may not iron his clothes, or someone may not have put the socks. It was shorts, so someone may not have put the socks properly. So he will call and say, this is the issue. Now we are happy, okay, one person have gone, we can go. But that is not end of that story. If one person is found for something, all 4 wait there. You come there and you all have to wait till the time he goes back, does whatever he has, come back. So by the time you reached the dining hall for the breakfast, you will have a very good breakfast, whatever for eating. So times are there. There's a bell which rings that there's a time, 2-3 minutes left for finishing your breakfast. So you reach late for the breakfast, and what we think, we can go there and eat everything quickly and then we can just go out. But you will see there is a fork, there is a knife, there are 2 spoons. So I think one of the early breakfasts, we had a mango and 1 fork kept, 1 knife kept. So we sit in front of each other, one after the other. So everyone is looking at each other, how to eat. We can't eat with hand anyways, but what to do? So after some time I see there is no mango only. The person who is sitting opposite to me, there is no mango seed also. So later I discovered that he put the mango in his pocket because he didn't want to take a risk. So that was a breakfast time, and after breakfast you will go for you may be half stomach, or whoever is smart enough, they will reach on time, they will have the food in time and everything. But I was not smart enough, so I was almost half filled for breakfast. So after breakfast you will go outside. So Ermila is very hot during summers and humidity is very high. 9:30 you reach the parade ground, and there you start marching. So we'll march for at least 1 hour, and by the time you will again get drained off. Again you come back, change into next, there are different dresses. Like if PT is there, PT is in white shorts and white t-shirt. Drill is there, it's in uniform, another uniform. So again you come back and change your dress and go for classes. So classes is the most relaxed time where you don't have anything to do, and you're taught on various subjects, and the experts are there who teach you. But by the time you reach, you are almost drained off, and at least 50% of the candidates doze off during that time. So even one person dozes off, everyone gets a punishment. Everyone will do something, some punishment, or do push-up, or in the class itself. An entire class will go on like that. Someone is teaching and we are all lying on the ground doing push-up or something. Then after that, there is lunch. Again, lunch is there, and some senior staff will sit with you. So I am sitting here, someone will sit opposite. We start eating. He will ask, Mithun, what is the lunch menu for lunch today? So your obvious rice, chapati, and whatever, vegetable. No, what is the official menu? So we have peculiar names. Rice will not be rice. Maybe something, rice Rajasthani, rice Hyderabadi, Palak Hyderabadi, some or other names. We'll say, you don't know the menu, no? Go and check the menu. So we'll go and check the menu, what is written in the official menu. Now we have to remember all things. There will be at least 8-10 items to remember. Again we'll come back, again you read, now tell me what is the menu. But obviously you will forget 1 or 2 things, and again checking back the menu and this one, again lunch you are half filled. Thereafter you go back, there is a free period, like free time, where you can do your own work, maybe 1 or 1.5 hours, where you can wash your clothes or everything you have to do yourself. There is no one to help you. Maybe for ironing there is someone, but otherwise washing, whatever you have to do in your own. This time someone will come to your room. Room is a small room, maybe half of this stage, podium, half of this, and you have a bed, you have a almara, and no suitcase, no bags. That is kept in a separate big luggage room. So here you have only your reading items and minimum items and your clothes. So someone will come in the afternoon to check your wardrobe. How have you kept it? So normally we tie everything on hangers and keep everything. So for everything there is a procedure. You have to fold your clothes. Everything should be kept separate. Whenever someone comes to your wardrobe, it is like any traffic police checking your vehicle. You will get a punishment. He will find out something or the other in your case. Like in my case, there was a tie. It was not opened. I had kept it like that only. Like when we wear the tie, the knot was not opened and kept. So for that also we get a punishment. So during this period, though it is a free time, something or the other will keep you busy. And thereafter you come up, there is a swimming. Now swimming is very important in Navy. And so at least 1.5 you are taken to swimming pool. Unfortunately, I don't know swimming. So when I went there, I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to get down in water. So they divide the classes according to your swimming capacity. A, B, C, D. So I was in D class, like deep divers, because we don't swim. We go underwater because we don't know how to swim. So swimming classes started and I couldn't pick it up. The swimming pool was under construction. So I think 10 or 15 kilometers far off, they had hired a swimming pool. And that swimming pool was, I think, 20 meters or something. And it was not deep. So I'll start, and in between, whenever I think I am not comfortable, I'll get up, and it was not, the height was, the depth was not there. So I'll stand up. So I never learned swimming, at least at 4th or 5th month, and many of us were there. So that continued till the time you don't learn swimming, you have to continue the course. You have to do 6 months again. So one day, one of the person, by the end, I think maybe 5th month or something, that swimming pool was constructed, and which was a full Olympic size 50-meter swimming pool. Those who knew swimming, they were swimming vertically, but I and maybe 2-3 people were swimming horizontally. So that is because the depth is not there. No? You can stand up whenever you want to. So my instructor saw me. I could swim. I could start from there, and this end I could comfortably swim. I'll get up, again I'll swim, and I could easily do 20-25 rounds. But I couldn't do it entire 50 meters. So one day he saw me, he called me, Mithun, you come up. We'll go to the deep end. Deep end, I think it's 7 or 8 meters. So he took me to deep end, and there's a long stick, which if you feel you are uncomfortable, it is given to you. So you can hold on, so you will not get drowned. He told me, Mithun, you start swimming from here, and I'll give you this stick. Whenever you have anything, you just raise hand while swimming, and I'll give you this stick. So I told sir, I can't swim. I just know to swim that way. So no, you try this time. So from the deeper side, I jumped and started swimming. A moment I thought that 20 meter, whatever I was swimming earlier was wrong. Water went inside, and I started calling, sir, you can't call also, water has gone, help or something like that. The stick was there till that time. The moment he saw me, he pulled back the stick. He didn't give the stick. I went underwater, I couldn't get back. But then I had nothing, I couldn't do, I didn't have any other option. So whatever I did, I started, whatever I knew, I did that. I reached the end point. Then I was angry, but we can't show it to our seniors. Then told, okay, Mithun, now you have come there, you go back. Well, sir, I can't swim. You go. So again I started, but then I realized I completed the entire thing. And that day, at least 5 or 10 times I went up and down the swimming pool. So what I wanted to say was, maybe we don't realize our potential, or we don't realize what we can do, but the person who is there with you or above you will always see that thing. Maybe he had seen that I was comfortable for small distance, and maybe I needed only the positive thing. So that's how I learned swimming. So, but thanks to that, now if you put me in any water, I can at least swim. So that's swimming completed, and after the afternoon class, there is sports period where you do your any sports. Only sports like team sports is allowed. Volleyball, football, basketball, you can play anything. Then after evening, you come back. You have a study period, and you have to study whatever has been taught in the class. And again, someone will come and see you. Someone is sleeping, or someone is not reading. So book should be open, and your eyes should be open. What other things you can do, but these 2 things should be there until then. After that, we have dinner, same thing. In the night, whatever you have done wrong during the day, or whatever mistakes you have committed, everything is done after the dinner, most of the days. So someone has, like, I have not done my tie properly, I have not reached on time, some other have not reached on time. So the punishment starts in the night, that is after dinner, and it goes on maybe 10:30, 11:30, 12. Earlier it was very difficult. Some of them used to puke out because of dinner and everything, but then it became this one. So finally, everything, I think most of us cleared the training, and we all passed out, and we get commissioned. Except for 2 or 3 people who had some disciplinary matters, rest everyone cleared, and we cleared the training. Thereafter, we were sent to, we are like 30 or 35 of us belong to a particular branch. We all were given a transfer order that you have to go there. So in my transfer order, it was Mumbai. So I have not gone to this place, and I was very happy. Bombay, maybe film stars we can see or whatever. So I was happy. Before joining, 2 or 3 days, I get a amended transfer order saying that you are going to Karwar and not to Bombay. Then obviously you will get upset, because I have not heard the name Karwar. I didn't know which place is this. First thing I try, mobile coverage or internet coverage is there in Karwar or not. it gives Google gives a reply that it is there. I reach Karwar, and Karwar, I think most of you must be aware, is maybe in Uttara Kannada, north, almost Goa, Karnataka border. So first appointment was there, where nothing was there. It was being established. Facilities were coming up, and there was no school and everything, but that was coming up. So I joined the place, and then work started and whatever we got to know. But I stayed there for almost 5 years, and I'm thankful now that I got Karwar, because it's a very beautiful place. And also maybe now I can at least understand Kannada, maybe because of that, because we had many civilian person there who were from Karwar and were recruited, and they would obviously speak between them in Kannada. And from there we went to different places. I had different appointments. So I'll not go further into it. So I went to different places from there to Jamnagar in Gujarat, then to Lonavala in near Pune. Then we went to Kochi, Kerala. From there I went to Port Blair for 2 years. From Port Blair I came back to Bombay. So Bombay was the last place where I was posted, and I retired from there only. So life was a bit difficult in Navy, because you were always on 24 hours duty, and I was posted in material department. Like all materials required from uniform to small parts, stationary items or engine or whatever. So everything is maintained in big warehouses. Like you must have seen in newspaper, like Sri Lanka has a flood, or Bangladesh has a flood or cyclone there. So assistance has been sent. So all that thing, like packing of materials and sending it, if Navy is involved, it was sent by ships. So all these items are stocked in one place. In the midnight, you will get a call at 12 o'clock, you have to come, and this items has to be sent to the ship. Ship will depart by 2 o'clock. So me or the staff, there was defense personnel also, but there were civilian staff also. They will come from far across. At the night, everything will get loaded in a truck. It will go to a ship, and from ship, it will go to the affected countries. So like that, there were many other incidents, which maybe we'll cover in second part. So today's my thought was only to share whatever I had done and what I felt, and whatever there were many failures, like whichever I faced, but we all can overcome that. There is nothing like good or bad person. There is nothing like over-educated or brilliance or something. What is required is maybe someone who can guide you, and your own determination, which can lead you to future, maybe better future in life. So I end up with that. Before that, I'll just share some photographs. So I just wanted to show the differences what was there. So this is my degree level. I was not an ideal student. Now I have, my hair was all big, everything, and I used to maybe there in everything. There was some political parties and all. I was involved there also. But this is the photograph during that period. This is actually Service Selection Board, Bangalore. It is in Cubbon Road or Cubbon Park. So I got selected here, chest number 8. So I think there are how many, maybe 35 people. Only 3 people got selected from this batch. 1 person to my left, who is sitting there, and 1 person to the right of the other person. So we were commissioned. So the commissioning, our president is the supreme commander of the defense forces. So whenever we join, so Srimati Pratibha Patil was the president, and this certificate is issued to all officers who get commissioned. So this is a photo. I wanted you to identify me, if you can. Sorry? There are 2 yellow t-shirts. Yes, sir. So I am the middle one. So maybe you don't realize, but I lost almost 15 kgs. It is during the training period. This is some photographs of training. So this is of when I became comfortable. This is one of the ships, erstwhile Virat. So this is my father, and it was one of my proud moments when I could stand up with him. And if you see, I don't have anything on my uniform; it is plain. But if you see my father's, he has some medals and all. So this was at the time of joining Navy, and that was my father. This is the ship where I got posted, IISc-Samvaada-9. It is actually a survey ship. Survey maps which are made. There is an office in Dehradun where all these maps are collated and sent to. So primary role is survey of sea, but secondary role is as a hospital ship. Like if some war breaks out, this will be converted into a hospital ship. This is some random photographs. My book, I always carry a book, and it usually used to be filled up. Left is my room. This is my office come residence, not residence. When I was not married, we have to stay on board the ship. So this is a ship. I think it is maybe 1/3 of this. You just have a small bunk on the extreme side. This table, one almirah which is not visible. There is a locker on the right side. If you see that. So it is very interesting. You have to put combination to open that locker. You have some 5 lakhs in that, official money. But to open that, it was very difficult. If you forget one click also, it will not open. So I'm not where is it. I have pasted something so that I don't have to apply the combination. I could just open it with the key. This is all during our training time. This High Commission of India, so we reached I think on 29th or 30th of December in Maldives. My duties include materials and payment. Like earlier we didn't have this net banking and all, maybe we had, but there are some payments which are made in cash. So when you go to a foreign country, you have to pay a DA, dearness allowance, that is arranged by the High Commission of that country. So when we reach there, we have to go to the High Commissioner's office. Depending on the number of like 200 or 220 strength, based on that the calculation is done, and you get, I think it was $8 that time, $8 into 200 people into 2 or 3 days when we stay in harbor. Out of 30 days, maybe 6 or 7 days you stay in harbor, rest everything is on sailing. So for that, High Commission of India, and this is the place where it was done. This was a hello which landed, but maybe not the same photographs, I got it from somewhere else. These are some of the last few photographs which I had. So it was not training alone, there was a lot of time for games and other participation. This was my last day where I was presented something. And this all are with whom I worked. And if you see, 90% are civilian employees. I end up with this last photograph. So this is the image from the last where I was posted, and from the window I could see this. And this photo refreshes whatever memories I have. And I thank you everyone. So I think I thank you everyone, because I think because of this opportunity, at least I had to sit maybe yesterday and go through all photos, took out some, and I refreshed my memories also. So thank you very much. Sorry, if you have any questions.
Sir, 2 days back, onwards, for my son, in school they are teaching different sources of lessons. So yesterday when he was revising in the house, he came up with a doubt with regard to SEC cadets training. So he was asking like what is hiking and sacking and trekking.
Okay.
Hiking and trekking I told, but sacking.
Sacking.
When I came sacking, I told that boxing bag like or sacking your bag or something like that. But it is something related to hiking. So what is sacking I want to know?
Sacking, I'm also, maybe if you give the context, we can see.
The training given to SEC cadets. So you are telling me it's something similar to hiking and trekking related.
So what I can think of nearest thing is there are marches that you have to go for various events. Like in Karwar, we had some encroached land. So you go on marches just to show your presence. So when you go, you have to wear everything. Like there will be a bag, there will be maybe belt and some pouches here. Bag will have certain number of items that this should be there. So I think maybe that bagging and maybe the items which are kept there, maybe the one. Yes.
We have been to so many places, like from Jammu, here in Gujarat and Rajasthan and then West Bengal. So which place is more you feel interested or which place you like the most?
No,
In what context?
So you have asked a very good question, but if you ask me, all places were relatively beautiful. It is only maybe point of time. Maybe till last year I thought Kashmir was one of the good best places. Till the time I visited last year, I went on LTC to Leh, but it is till I feel it is the most beautiful place I have ever visited. Maybe other people may have other viewpoints. Yes, sir.
How many years of service you put in total?
12 years. Sir.
12 years.
Yes.
And now I have to ask you another question. You have led a very disciplined life. 1400, 1700, that kind of thing. Then
Yeah.
you will come back to this academic atmosphere or civilian life, how do you find the difference? Was it difficult for you to cope up?
Sir, I think I can relate it to, I studied, after KV I studied in a private school, 11th and 12th. It was very strict. It was like almost a convent. It was a very strict. From there, when I went to college, it was different. You can attend classes, you can't attend, you don't have to attend classes, you can go anywhere. That transition from school to college, I think same I can, it's...
But you had hiccups, like, for example, I'll tell you a joke, KSRTC, what time the 9 o'clock bus comes? The 9 o'clock bus doesn't come at 9 o'clock, but that kind of, systematic way of living the life, sticking on to time schedule.
Yes.
Did you find difficulty or it was okay? Or you were mentally prepared for this?
No, sir, I was not prepared. The moment I joined, I had a lot of issues because invariably you compare it with your previous employment, but then you have to see both are different atmospheres. So whatever I could follow from my side, I follow it, but I don't expect it from other people. That's the only point. Right?
So by the time you retire from your Navy service, so how many medals have you won? Because you showed a photo which was blank.
The other photo had something subsequent. No, like medals, there are some medals which are based on time, and there are some medals which are given because of something. I got 2 medals. One was for serving in Port Blair because it is considered as a difficult area. We may all think Port Blair is very good and it's a very relaxed life. It is very good place if you stay there for 7 days. But if you stay more than that, you will not get fresh vegetables apart from what is grown there. Medical facility is very limited. Maybe in here also, in military also, you have everything, but you don't have options. If the doctor says this has to be done, you don't have second opinion. So it is a difficult area. So whoever has spent, I think maybe 6 months or more, they are given a medal. Second is long service. That is after 9 years you put up, you are given another thing. So these are the two things which I was given. Apart from that, in 2012, I got a commendation. During Republic Day or Independence Day, we have some award ceremony where some people are given some awards. So I was given an award for devotion to duty. So that medal is there, 3 in total.
How many years you served in?
12, madam.
First of all, thanks for accepting the invitation to be for the speaker for today's Samvaada. Thing is, how many years can you have a continuous service in defense? Like, if you wanted to serve for a lengthier period also, what is the cutoff age for?
So I'll tell you, there are 2 types of entries. One is for permanent commission and one is for short service commission. So permanent commission, it is mostly after 12 standard, where you join NDA or Naval Academy, and there you study for 4 years. Now everyone who passes out gets an engineering degree, and thereafter you continue till the time you get retired. Now age is different. We have 60 years here. In military we have depending on the rank. So first age is 54 years. 54 years you retire, then 56, 58, 60. I had joined for short service commission, which is for 14 years, out of which 10 years is the initial period. After 10 years, you can opt for coming out. There is also an option for getting converted to permanent. But unfortunately, when I was there, that option was not there. But if you have read the newspapers now, like there's permanent commission for all branches. Because like in our batch also, we had lady officers, and there was some cases, court cases were going on, which is cleared now. So as of now, we have permanent commission for everyone.
There are 2 sets of uniforms. One is seen, one is white, and one is light blue with a. What is the difference? Is it
No, there are at least I mean 10 or 12 uniforms, if I can count. So one is full white with pant. One I think was abolished maybe 2-3 years back. White with shorts. Then there is blue and blue. Now there is a army kind of dress, full overall. Then there is for night dress, there is black pant and white shirt with a waistband. Then the same dress you have with a coat and bow tie. And I think there are 2-3 more.
Because I stay on this parachute training center. Our house is surrounded by most of the defense areas. So we see the people, parading in the morning, with the people with shorts.
Correct.
They are not coming, they are parading inside.
Yes.
So as you mentioned, the Port Blair, I happened to visit, and we had, pressure in the sea. So our flight got cancelled, and we were made to sit for a day. And they said we are not sure when your next flight will be. Then we were sitting in the knees waiting for the ship to come. And then we came around 10 o'clock in the night. Navy people really helped us, and it was a small ship, and we could really understand the situation. You were saying there's a small place to sit and all that. It was a dining table inside with a refrigerator, a small place to sit, and 30 to 35 people evacuated from there to Port Blair around 12 o'clock in the night. So we had a very good experience, and most of them women were made to sit inside, and few men were to sit on the top, and we were shifted from there to Port Blair. So that was a very good experience when I saw the ship.
But you had a good experience because you came in flight, no? And you stayed there and landed. Yes. So when I was going for joining, flight came, it roamed 2-3, they told you cannot land, it went back to Chennai. So that was difficult. And your body has to get acclimatized with the ship.
Everybody was, literally vomiting.
Yes.
They had a sort of nausea because it was all the time oscillating.
But that is like when I first went on ship, I think at least 3-4 days. Whatever you eat, it will come out. even tea you drink, it will come out. That's how important it is.
So I think you should talk to people and motivate children especially who can take up such courses, and because now fitness and the school they are giving a lot of opportunities. And if give such talks to inspire few of the KV school children to take up such courses. And
I'm not good at talking, but I'll tell if I am given an option, I'll go back again. And that there's no.
Is there any incident that scared you during your tenure, or like incidents which will happen only to defense personnel?
Okay, I'll tell you. This maybe your lunchtime is gone, but I'll just tell you. Maybe some of them already know who are in HR section. So again, this Maldives, we went there. So this ship is no more. This ship has been dismantled, decommissioned. That ship was almost 25 years old when we went to Maldives. So we cannot reach the jetty because Maldives also doesn't have that depth for anchoring the ship. The ship was anchored in the waters, and from there we used to come by boat to the city. So while sailing one day, there is a microphone system throughout. Like there is a room from where you can pass messages. It goes to everyone. Like in my room also, I had one. You can't mute it. You can lower the voice, but you can't mute it. I think maybe 10 o'clock, there is an alarm, not an alarm. There is a message, you have to sleep and lights to be switched off. So 10 o'clock throughout the ship, all lights are switched off, and only there are lights on the both side, red and green, which shows the position of the ship. That is, all lights inside room, everything is switched off. So I think that message came that 10 o'clock you have to sleep. We all slept. Maybe around 10:30 or 11, we get a message that there is a flooding. So normally it happens morning time, night time. People want to check your ability to respond. So every time it will be there. So when you first hear it, we think it is an exercise. Like it is announced that flooding, water has come inside this part of the ship. So everyone has their position. Someone has to go there, like what we have for fire safety here. Someone has to go to that part of the ship. Some has to carry the logs or damage control they have to do. Someone to carry extinguishers. So when this rang, I thought it is an exercise, and again I slept. Then my friend came from opposite room only, and he came and told it is not an exercise, it is actual. So whatever thing you are in, you put your uniform, go outside and reach the assembly point. Assembly point is back of side of the ship where everyone is there. Then the captain comes and says that there is a flooding in the engine room. So engine room is a part where all this big equipments are kept. So that day it happened that there was a flooding in the engine room. It is because it is night time. There were only 2 persons who were there on duty. So we waited for further orders, whatever. So everyone is assembled there. Then it is pitch night because there is nothing. We are in the middle of the sea, and there is no lights or nothing. It's pitch dark, and lights have been switched on for the purpose. So now the problem comes: who will go? We have to go under the ship and see like what is the damage, how water is coming inside. Water has started coming inside. So then every ship has some divers who are specialized in diving. But it is pitch night, and that time we didn't have anything like some underwater light which is used now. Now we have it, but that time the ship didn't have it. So how to go under? If you go under also, you can't see. It is pitch dark under the sea. So, but that 2 divers, they told we'll go and see what has happened, and what they did, the normal torch, which is their steel, that aluminum torch, big torch, they wrapped up in this one, polythene sheet, and dived in and went underneath, and then they came up. Then they told there's a hole in the ship and water is coming inside. So then ship was slowed down, speed reduced. Actually, we came to almost an halt, and it was night. So that time, maybe what you told, that was one incident where actually it happened, but due to the presence of mind, I think just newly inducted, 22 or 23%, he was there with his full overall. That is pure cotton, and it is heavy material. So 2 persons were there. The first person, you have to just open one zip, entire thing gets removed. He opened it, he put it on the hole, not inside the hole, but it covered, and he laid on that hole. The other person alerted everyone that there is a hole. Then when the alert message was given, people came with wedges and wooden pieces, hammer. They came, they removed, and it was hammered down. Wedge was kept inside, so water ingress stopped. So that was the moment maybe, but we were not afraid, because what happens when it is like an event which may happen or may not happen in your lifetime during the game. So I was there, my same friends whom with I have spent. So we were alert, but we were there that we were jokingly saying, if we die, we'll die together. No one in front of, we were not married also that point of time, no one in front of us, and our names will come up saying that ship has gone down with this one, but nothing happened. Ship stayed there. Next day, not next day, maybe I think 2 days later, another ship came from India, and then we came back to India, and then the ship was repaired. That things. Okay, thank you, man.